spotted, mate. So just watching Sam, looks like he's doing a bit of yoga there and a few stretching exercises. Just waiting for the green flag at the back. I'm not quite sure what the issue is here, actually. So we lost somebody on the warm-up lap,
maybe. There were yellow panels up there on the way in towards Druids.
I'm wondering if there's a little bit of action. I'm wondering if that answers the question as to where Michael Mills is. I didn't see them. Nope, we're ready to go then. Okay, watch the lights as the cry, and away we go. And front row's away well. I think AJ might have it. No, it's going to be Henry Ross, isn't it, who's taking the lead?
Certainly is. Matt Pallett in fourth position at the moment, looking to go the long way around, but no opportunity at this moment. Through the dip and up towards Druids then for the first time of 12.
Sam Hurst on AJ.
On the inside, into Druids there for the man on the number 91, Team Valley Racing Kawasaki. Sam Hurst into second position, and he's really going from strength to strength. After Cadwell Park, it's done his confidence no end of good, and they've got that ZX6R Kawasaki all working as it should be now. So Sam Hurst, he's into second position.
Oh, somebody pulling off there on the inside there. I'm guessing that's going to be a mechanical failure. We'll worry about who that is in just a moment, because that's not somewhere you have a bit of a twitch to, as the leaders now make their way off of Clearways onto Clark Curve. Get your C's right, Keith, and head towards us for the first time. And Henry Ross it is who's opening up that lead. Sam Hurst is chasing. I'll tell you what, look at that side by side across the line. That was, who's that with AJ? And, oh, somebody else is going past there. That was Matt Pallett and AJ Suber, and then Zach Weston is also trying to get in on this action though, but Henry Ross it is the quickest.
Glenn Walsh, unfortunately, down here at Graham Hill Bend, but gloves are off and the helmet will be coming off, so he's got a good view of the track, but he'd rather be on it than watching it on the sidelines. But Henry Ross, this is what he did yesterday, Keith. He got out front and just managed it from the front, but of course that was 18 laps yesterday, 12 laps today, so it's somewhat of a sprint almost for these guys. As he leads Sam Hurst through Surtees. AJ there in third position. He's got to keep the youngster of Zach Weston at bay. Of course, Zach Weston, this is his first season on the 600. Of course, he is the reigning, or was the reigning
yes,
Team Green Junior champion, but of course that was taken yesterday by Hudson Cooper. But back in the 600s, across the line once again, Zach Weston looked for the inside of AJ, but AJ so strong on the brakes on that Triumph.
Yep, well, Zach go for the doctor's dangle there, but unfortunately it didn't quite dangle well, but he's got good strength going up on the hill. But again, AJ's very, very strong on those brakes with that Triumph. Around Druids they come there, and very much a battle developing at the front there. Sam Hurst is keeping Henry Ross very honest indeed as they make their way into Graham Hill for another time, starting to open up that gap to AJ. He won't be very happy with that. He's lost a toe. The top five, though, are well away from the battling pack already, which is being head by Jack Muir, the man, of course, yesterday lobbed it. But Jack's perfectly okay. James has repaired the bike overnight. They're ahead of Kai Dickinson. Joey Landon, who's in serious contention, led the way in the champion of brands coming into this round.
Sam Hurst is opening up a bit of a gap over AJ in second and third position. Here comes Henry Ross up there. Sorry, that's Matt Pallett up the inside of Zach Weston, but no room this time as they go in towards Paddock Hill Bend. But Sam Hurst, the gap across the line was 0.3 of a second, and Sam Hurst, he's less than half a second away from that long-standing lap record. 15 years old is that lap record, Keith, and we're less than half a second away from it. So Sam Hurst, number 91, that's the man with the pace at the moment, but Henry Ross, number 141, on the blue Yamaha, he still leads as they go through Graham Hill Bend and in towards sector number 2, and the sector time's coming through now, and Henry Ross, he's gone 1,000th of a quicker than what his previous best in the first sector was, so that is ridiculously monotonous and consistent for the man leading the way.
That's brilliant stuff there. That's what we see from a true champion, is that sheer consistency.
Fight being wheeled away at Clearways and Clark Curve there, Keith, so yellow flags will be shown, and we'll get an update very shortly. Jack Muir, unfortunately, hasn't come across the line at the end of lap number 3.
Poor old Jack, he's having a bit of a wretched time there. I did see that sixth place had changed there. Didn't realise Jack had disappeared completely. I tell you what, though, we did see, I think it was AJ who ran the lap record very close last year at this meeting, if I remember rightly. I can't remember, you'll remember. I think we got to within a few thousandths of a second of Paul Young's long-standing lap record, but it wasn't quite to be. Be interested to see if anybody can get close, but as you say, Sam Hurst is definitely doing the business at the moment. That 48.772 to back up the 492, very fast, very consistent. And again, we see some good times coming in. Zach Weston going with a PB, Matt Pallett too. So there's still more time on the track. You asked the question yesterday, Bradley, as to whether the tyres would go off over 18 laps. But I think we saw some of the quickest laps in the last of the race rather than the early bit, and they're almost three abreast across the line. Johnson, Weston and Pallett, those three come across the line separated by less than a couple of tenths of a second. The lead, Ross to Hurst, is still very consistently just a few tenths of a second, 0.374 this time, as they set almost identical lap times.
Wrong in second position. He's already taken a victory earlier on this season at Cadwell Park, and that was a very, very wet Cadwell Park as well. But to be doing it here at Brands Hatch in the dry, it just goes to show that the team over there have got it all sorted. They've got that Kawasaki unlocked to release its full potential, and Sam Hurst is using it to his benefit.
Well, I know Sam will be in cheered to the rafters by his team down there. Very loyal team, the Team Valley guys. They really do put a lot into their racing, a lot into the paddock as well. Oh, Sam having a challenge there into Paddock Hill Bend. Does he take the lead? He does take the lead. Can he hold on to it though? It's going to run out wide. Yes, indeed. Sam Hurst is going to hold it. Can he hold it up to Druids? Yes, I tell you what, Sam Hurst has got the front. I reckon the guys there on the hill are going to be screaming their lungs out. That was right in front of them, and they'll have every reason to be absolutely delighted with that move. Now he's got the empty track in front of him. Henry Ross is obviously going to push on. This is an unusual place for Henry Ross this weekend to actually be in the chasing position rather than the leading position. So see what sort of times to go. Look at that, a 48.174 was what Sam Hurst did on the last lap. We are so close, tenth of a second away.
You mentioned at this event last time around, Fenton Seabright got a 48.062. He was 200ths away from it. That's
what I knew, it was within fraction. That's false Fenton Seabright, who's racing in the Holland at the moment.
So Sam Hurst did a 48.174 on the previous lap. This time around he's done a 48.176.
So fast, so consistent, so close to the lap record. Thanks very much for that reminder. I knew it was Fenton and AJ who were battling, if I remember right. Anyway, let's not worry about history. Let's worry about what's in front of us, because this is a great race. Henry Ross is trying to find that last little bit. AJ's had a wobble somewhere. He's dropped back to 5th place, which is, I have to say, an uncharacteristic 5th place to him, but that's good news for Western and Pallet.
Personal best in sector number 1 for Henry Ross, and he's only a 100th of a second away from the purple in sector number 1 as well. So they're almost 2 abreast as they go around clearways. On to Clark Curve now. Sam Hurst has the line covered, feeding in the power on that Kawasaki ahead of the Yamaha. So they're coming across the line now. 4 laps to go. Henry Ross, he wants that race lead back. Sam Hurst on the outside, he'll just lay it over the nose there. No, Henry Ross is there.
There's a little bit of a twitch on Ross's bike there, and keep it all nice and smooth. What do we get down to?
48.197 for Henry Ross.
So fast. Fastest lap of the race, still at 174, but they're literally separated by 0.018 of a second across the back markers.
Tailenders will come into play on the following lap, I believe.
The other thing I'll say here, Bradley, is we're going to be 9 laps into the race when they catch those tailenders. So they're not slow tailenders, of course, so they don't get as to do with some of the slow ones.
Purple in sector number 1 from Henry Ross on this lap. So purple in sector number 1 for the man on the blue Yamaha. He's leading the way now ahead of Sam Hurst, is he? Yes, he is. So round clearways onto Clark Curve. Henry Ross, number 141. He's purple in sector number 1, and he opens up his advantage now over Sam Hurst into the second sector. It's a 48.085, and that's 400ths away from the lap record.
That lap record is so hard to beat. It really is. It's unbelievable.
0.044.
But the amazing thing is he's actually gone purple in sector 1, but it's yellow in sector 2, so he's missed out by a tenth of a second.
Is that 47 is there with the perfect sectors.
Exactly, if you can do it perfectly.
He's into the traffic things now. Yep, 4 tailenders to contend with here for Henry Ross. He's through on 2 of them, through on 3 of them. Sam Hurst just gets through on 2. Can he get by the 3rd on the flip-flop from Surtees to McLaren's? Yes, just about. Cuts it to the inside. Henry Ross is around the outside of the next tail ender, so it looks like the gap may open up on this lap. So coming around then clearways onto Clark Curve. When they cross the line now, it will be to start the penultimate lap. So there goes Henry Ross. He led by half a second, but now he leads by 0.7. And there's Matt Pallett up the inside of a couple of tail enders as well. Zach Weston in 4th position, AJ in 5th. Then look at the gap back to 6th position, because here comes Gareth Cunningham, Joey Lambden, Kai Dickinson, and that there is Reese Forrest as well. So that's a great fight as well for 6th position overall. And of course, Jake Anderton 2nd of the Clubmans. He's only 0.8 behind Reese Forrest, who leads the way in the Clubmans.
This is frantic stuff as the leaders make their way over the yard towards Surtees once again, and we don't see anything special this time, but of course we could be talking fractions of a second here. As you pointed out, we missed out by a couple of thousandths of a second between being purple and yellow. As the leader now makes his way around, he's going to be very happy to see this last lap break. This has been a frantic battle, but Sam Hurst is going to chuck everything at it. Hopefully that back marker is not going to roll to play in this. I think if anybody's going to put in a good lap time, it could be Sam Hurst here. He is desperately chasing after Henry Henry Ross. You've got to think in real terms. Henry is too far away. He's got about half a second, 7/10 of a second or so.
Certainly is. The trouble is here, Sam Hurst, if he wants to win this race, he'll have to put in a very low 48, if not a 47, because Henry Ross is up the inside of a tail
Henry,
ender there.
yeah, tail ender just has a bit of a wobble there. It's going to be kind of good news for Sam Hurst. It's not going to compromise Sam's time at all. Does compromise Ross just a little bit. We're only talking a fraction of a second here. I think maybe Hurst got a little bit compromised going through Surtees as well, as we watch them come through clearways off a Clark curve for the last time. I tell you what, this is one of the best 600 races we've had this year. We've had some classic 600 races all year. Here we go then, checkered flag time. Henry Ross, another win. Sam Hurst, what a fantastic ride from that youngster as well. Third place, though, it's going to be Matt Pallard, who keeps his championship well and truly alive.
What's frustrating there, we're looking at the times there as well. Sector number 1 there, he went yellow, 0.2 of a second down from the fastest, but he went purple in sector number 2, and he was only 1/10 of a second away from the lap record. So a 47 is there somewhere.
Yeah, okay, off we go. I'm sure you and me can find the time, mate.
Right, hop in the Corsa.
Yeah, fire up the Corsa. Right, Weston, Johnson, Dickinson, Lambden, Cunningham, Forrest, who wins the Clubmans ahead of Anderton, Bloomfield third of the Clubmans. I tell you, I need you to give me very quickly before we lose the screen. I need the points, please. Where did Joey Lambden finish?
Joey Lambden is 7th, so that is 9 points.
9 points for Joey. Who else is in contention? Michael Mills was there. Matt Pallett, where did Matt finish?
Matt Pallett, 16. Sorry, third. So 16
points for him. Okay, yeah, Michael Mills.